Hello everyone. It's been a while since I've made a video, and so as I suddenly realized, so I thought I'd make one today. Cover a few things. Let's see. Well, so Daisy's sleeping, and I got her a new scarf. We had an arts and crafts festival here in town, and I think I already talked about this. Anyway, she's still wearing a scarf because our Minnesota Twins are still in the playoffs. So although they're well, it's do or die on Monday. So yeah, so hopefully they can pull this off. But we're still rooting for them. And we have Mindy, who's kind of hanging out. Mindy, hi Mindy, hi. She's sad because Grandma and Grandpa are out of town for the weekend, and she misses them so much. And then we have these two sitting together, behaving themselves. Right, RC? Yep. And then there's Lemon, sleeping. And then further on down the road, you hear turkeys chirping. So, another order of business is, I think I mentioned in an earlier video, that I was talking about the dog's toys, and that's how somehow the dogs know what season it is, and they have a few seasonal toys, and it's really odd how they will pull out those toys only during those seasons. And it's like, how do they know? So it is October, so which means Halloween is coming. And last week I come home, and what's sitting on the floor was this. I haven't seen this toy since, well, last Halloween. And it's like, how do they know? How do they know? So weird. I like this toy because you've got rope, you got crinkly stuff, and it squeaks. Oh, that got Daisy excited. Yeah. We're tired. Anyway, it's not what I thought was going to happen, but, you know. So the real thing, okay, so the biggest thing was last week we had a very significant birthday in our household. Daisy turned 10. And now I told her when she turned 5 that no more birthdays. You aren't getting any older. Of course, she didn't listen. She's a dachshund, stubborn. So it dawned on me that I never told you her story, and so I would really like to share with you her backstory. And I'm going to try to keep this relatively short, for time purposes. So I had a dog named Lady, and she died, and then I went without a dog. 2 years later, I had gotten to the point where if I even saw a dog, I'd start crying. And so I was getting to the point where I realized I think I need to, I think I need a dog. So at the time I was working at a warehouse, and a few of us were assigned to a very slow-moving assembly line for the day. We each were given a variety of objects, and as the box moved along, we put our objects in the box and sent it on its way. But there was a lot of stuff going on at the end of the line, so the boxes moved about once every 10 minutes. So we had all this time to stand there and chit-chat, waiting for the boxes to move. So while we're sitting there, my friend Dawn, she turns to me, she says, "Hey, do you want a dog?" And I said, "You have no idea." I said, I've been without a dog for 2 years, and I'm really starting to suffer." And I said, "Well, what kind of dog?" And she said, She said, "Mini Dachshund." And I was in love. I was in total love. So I asked her some more questions, and apparently she had the parents, and she was about to bring in the dad to get him taken care of. But before she could do that, apparently, the mom was pregnant. So I went on. I said, "Well, let me go home and talk to Mom." So I went home, and Mom and I started talking about it. And she had a little Yorkie named Nikki at the time. What are you doing, RC? See, this is what I mean. He's such a nasty bird. So, yeah, I got you on film that time. Haha. So, yeah, so we talked about it, and we decided that, and it became less of, can I have a dog, and more of, well, this is how it's going to work when I bring home a new dog. So it was pretty much obvious that, I can have a puppy. So I got to work the next day, told Dawn, yes, I will take a dog, but it has to be a female, because we paper train. And I couldn't imagine, you can't newspaper walls. I mean, I realize it's a dachshund and their little legs, but still. So I waited 2 months. So this was in July. So then I waited until October. And October 3rd, I got to work. And I was sent to a different department. So was Dawn. And she saw me. She goes, "Hey, the puppies were born." And I was just, by then, I knew it was getting close, and I was on pins and needles, because I was like, I hope there's a girl. I hope there's a girl. And I was like, well, I mean, do you ever hear about, puppies or, dogs giving birth to a litter where it's just all one gender? You never hear that. I'd never heard that. So I was trying to, I was trying to comfort myself with that. But October 3rd, I get to work. She says the puppies were born, 1 boy, 3 girls. I was like, oh, I get a dog. So then I had to wait another 2 months, 9 weeks to be exact, before she was ready to let her go home. And so the day before Thanksgiving, she had her grown daughter to come to work, and she brought, I don't know how I'm still amazed. She had a little card. She had all the puppies, the dad, and a big dog in the back seat, and she drove all by herself with all of that. About 20-30 minutes from home to where we worked. And I still didn't know which puppy I was going to take. There was, Daisy was the red one. The 2 other girls were black and tan. And even though I wasn't going to take them, the boy was a blue dapple. And so we still stood on the parking lot. That was the longest day at work, let me tell you. So after work, it was cold. It was kind of flurrying. Standing outside in the parking lot, and I had to pick out a puppy. They're all crying because it's cold. And Daisy was the one closest to me, and I said, after all that time, after 4 months of waiting, I just wanted to hold one. I said, I just wanted to hold one. So I grabbed Daisy, and I held her, and I couldn't let go. And I was like, I think this is the one. So I paid for her, and came and I brought her home. Sadly, what happened was, so the plan was that the mom's little Yorkie, Nikki, would help show Daisy around and show her, this is where we go potty, and this is where the toys are, and this is where the food is, and just kind of a mentor kind of thing. But about 2 weeks or so before I brought Daisy home, Nikki developed a very fast-moving brain tumor. She went blind in one day. She could see in the morning and couldn't see at all at night that same day. And we held her for about a week. Mom took her to the vet, and she goes, "Well, I want to spare the expense of expensive X-rays, but I know what's going on." So we held Nikki for about a week because otherwise she would just walk off the couch or run into stuff. And then after about a week, she seizured all night long, and then that was it. So, and then we had 1 week to mourn and clean and do whatever, and then I brought Daisy home, and we were still in shock that our little Nikki was gone. So, anyway, so lighten this up a bit. So, so I brought Daisy home the day before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving dinner, I had to hold her because she started crying, and so I had to hold her and try not to drip gravy on her. And she wiggled her way into our lives, and the adventures began. So, I did take a picture the day after I got her. I'm hoping. So I have a picture of that picture. So I'm hoping it won't be too blurry for you. It's actually on a calendar that I made. So, show you. That was my little Peanut. Isn't she adorable? And that was her a year later. Yep. That's my baby. So, anyway, 12 minutes and running. So, I hope you enjoyed my little story. And don't forget to the same pictures on my Instagram page as well as other stuff. I'll have that in the link or the information in the description. And I will continue to look for other things to film. If you have requests or ideas, please pass them on to me. And I will consider everything. So, looks like Mindy has slunk down into the chair. So everybody's all sleepy. So I get that. I went this. It's 13 minutes now. Thank you for listening and watching and enjoying my pets as much as I do. So I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope to talk further in the comments. So until then, bye.